matches my sleeves. If you have been gardening for a while, you probably already know about these protected sleeves, you guys. I have seen this in some of the gardeners that I follow online, mostly on Instagram, and I kind of I thought, you know, I don't really need them. You know, if it's cold outside, I just put on some sleeves. But what about the days like today? Like, I can't believe we were in the 40s like 3 or 4 days ago, and today is like 78, something like that. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful day outside. So I don't really want to be, you know, wearing a hoodie, but I have to protect myself from all of the branches, and especially tomatoes. They you know, they have those fuzzy branches, and whenever I work around them, I notice that I start itching. I don't get any rashes or anything like other people do, but these things like are really, really cool. I actually I like them so much that I got like 3 or 4 more designs, and you'll probably see me wearing them if we get any more warmer days ahead. But I also want to show you what I am doing here in the vegetable gardening. I am cleaning everything that I think, I mean, tomatoes, peppers, they have been already exposed to, you know, 3 or 4 frosts here in Indiana. So they're done. Like, I check my tomatoes, I try to save a bunch of them, but they're done. My cilantro and lettuce are doing amazing. They're doing so well. And I do have some dwarf sunflowers that are barely starting to open. Even though we have some cool temperatures, I think that they're going to make it. But I did take a few blooms indoors just to maybe you know, push them indoors, and some of them are already opening indoors. So it is what it is at this time of year. But I didn't want to cut this salvia. I mean, look at that tiny butterfly. They're lovely, and the pollinators are just, you know, eating from it. Whenever I have been outside here in the last couple of days, this thing is like covered with bees and butterflies, and I just don't want to take it out for the purpose of, you know, of cosmetics. So I'm just going to leave them there. Probably I'll take them out early in the spring maybe, or whenever I get to it, whenever they're completely done. But I have been taking so much lettuce and cilantro. Let me show you, like, they are going wild. I think that I was about the same spot a couple of months ago when I was, you know, throwing lettuce seeds and cilantro, and my gosh, look at, like, the cilantro is just, it's loving it here. I mean, I have so much cilantro here, I cannot keep up. Look at that. I love cilantro. And lettuce, I mean, the lettuce is just going wild. Look at that. This is one lettuce. I think this is one of those lettuce that it makes like a head. I was just kind of crazy going and, you know, throwing seeds around, and I am so freaking excited because I know, now that I know, the next year around the same time I can just load an area with cilantro and lettuce, and I know that they'll be okay, because I mean, I have so much here. I have so much. And some of the cilantro that has already gone to flower, and the seeds are perfect, the coriander seeds, you saw me just spraying them around because I just want to have those volunteers. Honestly, in my very short experience with vegetables, the volunteer plants that come up every year on their own, they are a lot healthier and a lot bigger than the ones that I just started that year. So hopefully I can get a bunch of cilantro, and cilantro is just one of those things that I use, you know, I use every other week. I just kind of plant seeds here and there, and I can have it all year long, basically, throughout the season. Another thing that I have been doing new this year, at least new for me, is that I am saving dahlia seeds. And I basically, just like any other plant, I wait until the blooms are completely dry and like paper, almost when you know, when you're squeezing it around, they're just like paper. And what I have found is that some dahlias don't produce, or some dahlia flowers don't produce any seeds. My Milena, for some reason, didn't have a lot of seeds, some of them. But this Recoleta dahlia that I have here, I just love it. I am going to save the tubers, of course, but I also want to see if I can get some seeds and maybe some new plants that way. I don't know. I have never done that with dahlia seeds. So we'll see how it works. I can just try it, right? So I am, right about now, I am basically just taking the tubers out. I am letting them dry for a couple of weeks outside or protected from the rain. I just want them to, I just want the soil to be dry a little bit. And I am going to keep them in vermiculi in a dark, cool room indoors. Hopefully next year we can have a lot of dahlias. This bed behind me is right now full of zinnias that are, they're still looking great, honestly. But I am going to leave everything, all of the plants that I have here until next spring when I'm ready to tackle this bed, because it might be a good way for birds to still, get the seeds that I have in the zinnias. And I have plenty of seeds from these zinnias that I have collected and also that I had bought. I got for next year, I got a orange and a lemon color. I think that they came out with a new line of the queen lime colors. So I'm excited about those. So I have plenty of seeds, I'm not worried. But also this bed behind me is the bed that I'm going to give completely to asparagus next year. And I'm still looking around trying to decide where I'm going to get the crowns for planting next spring. But I'm excited because this bed is just basically completely going to be given to asparagus. And hopefully, I can harvest here, in 2 or 3 years, I can harvest a few of them. Seems like a long time, but honestly, it's just going to go by so quickly, just like anything else in the garden. It feels like I was just planting the tomatoes, a few weeks ago, and right now it's time for, put the beds to rest. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning here. I have my music. I have no commitments whatsoever today, so I can just spend as much time here outside cleaning. I am going to finish cleaning up these beds, putting everything away, trying to save some seeds, loving everything else that is still blooming. By the way, if you guys want to purchase some of these for your own, I think that I may have a coupon somewhere. I am going to put all of that information in the description of this video. Thank you for being here, and until the next time. I am literally like 10 feet away from David. Let me hug you, let me hug you.